Hello, and welcome to Exposed Urban TV. I'm here back with Emily O'Brien.
Hello.
You guys remember her from episode, I don't know, 5, 4? 4.
I don't know.
4.
Way back when.
Yeah, when we were talking about Second Glass and Red White Boston. Today we're going to be going into some of the events happening in Salem Wine Women, and maybe getting into a little discussion on Pinot Noir, because I'm a little confused based on some things I've seen on Twitter. That's us. Exposed Urban on Twitter. Please follow us. We'll follow you back. And podcast at exposedurban.tv if you have any questions or you want to let us know anything. We're all ears. So hello. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for
So
having
exciting.
me back. Yes.
So you've been writing for us, which is fantastic. Our readers have been
loving
loving that content, so thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Wine Wednesdays is becoming a very frequent posting day for you, although
Yes.
I think we had one on a Friday, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, it was Friday.
We can name anything based on wine. Thirsty Thursday. What would Friday be? Friday, fun wine.
Fun drinking.
I don't know.
Wine, yeah.
Anyway, so let's talk about Salem Wine Women. You went to
Yes.
this event.
Yes.
And what was it? What did you find there? Is it cool? Should we go? I can't go.
Well, you can't go because it already happened. So.
Well, but I mean, should we go the next time they do something?
No, you can go. It's
can I go as a
definitely-
man
You can, yes.
to
you
Salem
can.
Wine Women?
Well, Salem Wine Women, there's also a group called Salem Wine Men, and they're both open to men and women.
Oh, okay.
Those Salem Wine Women was sort of founded as a business networking tool for women in business. So that's sort of the goal there.
Yeah, right.
So if you're a woman in business, you know.
I
don't think that they would actually kick out any men that showed up.
Okay.
But Salem Wine Women was sort of organized based on women in Salem that were looking for networking opportunities. So one of the founders, her name is Colleen White, and she was working at a business that I don't think is actually open. It was Remember Things or something like that. She actually now works at Pamplemousse, which is a small gourmet shop that sells wine in Salem. And there were a lot of women that came in that were talking about being small business owners in Salem and looking for opportunities to network. And so she founded this group called Salem Wine Women to go to different businesses and get together and do a wine tasting and network, and for people to bring their cards and, you know, just sort of talk about best practices. So that got started, and then it dissolved for some reason, just based on not having a lot of people to organize. Some other people that had attended the events got back in the picture, and it was reinvigorated, I think, back in May of 2009. Cool. And so they go to all different businesses, mostly in Salem, but also on the North Shore. And it's a way to get people into the business and also to taste some wine, and that's the thing that brings everyone together, a shared interest.
Do you bring your own wine to it?
Yes. So that's another thing that's really nice about these events, is that they're pretty affordable, because all that's required is that you bring your own wine glass and you bring a bottle of wine or a snack. So you don't even have to, if you're not a wine drinker and you're just looking for a networking opportunity, or, you know, I don't know, it's Sunday past 6 and you aren't able to, you know, get to the store, you can just bring a snack and you can share that. And that's the only thing that you really need for admission into the events.
Cool.
So the most recent event was at Two Girls Shop. And that's
what is that?
It's an eclectic boutique clothing store for women that's in Salem.
Is that right on the main drag there?
It's right on Derby Street. Yeah,
Next
so it's
to,
right across sort of from Pickering Wharf. Engine House is
over
there too,
Yeah.
and also there's Rouge Cosmetics that's right on that strip as well, which is a really great makeup store. So Two Girls Shop was opened by two girls.
Really?
That's the name, Two Girls Shop. And they met each other. I believe the story is they worked at clothing stores out in Western Massachusetts and loved clothing and fashion, and were able to open up a shop. And so they opened
What kind
up
of style?
This one. It's a boutique style, but it's affordable clothing. I've bought clothing from there. It's not anything that's really priced super high. There are some other small clothing stores in Salem that are a little bit more expensive. And they have handbags, they have accessories, they have stuff for your home, just cute little things, jewelry, tops, you know, fun stuff, a little costume-like. So it was a great setting for the event. And the women attending the Salem Wine Women event just showed up with the wine glass and wine, and there was a great sale that went on too.
Oh, yeah.
This is a way for a business owner to expand their audience and to get some new people in there. And it's really laid back. So you're tasting wine. It's very do it yourself by design, and that's what the organizers of Salem Wine Women.
How often do they do these?
It's a little bit sporadic. I think they're trying to do them like bi-monthly now. They were looking for some more locations to go to. They've done them a lot at either makeup stores or skincare stores, though they did come to Raw Artworks in Lynn last April. They did a combined event with the Salem Malt Men, who is sort of the pair to the Salem Wine Women. So they focus on like craft beer and malt liqueurs, which I mean, sometimes I'm so confused about what that really means. And they do some events together, and they did that event together, which I didn't attend that, but I think it sounded like it was a fun event.
Yeah. So that's cool that they do stuff at nonprofits as well. Great idea to get a lot of people
They're very
into
into
this
civic
place.
participation. So it's networking, but it's also connecting neighbors and residents, and civic participation and community involvement, and promoting the local agenda. So it's a little bit more of a passioned reason to get together rather than just doing a wine tasting.
They sound like Urbanos. They do. It's all the qualities of an Urbano.
Do you want to define Urbano again? If anyone hasn't?
You gotta go read the blog. Yeah. Urbano is a urban dweller that chooses to live and participate in things that are typically Spanish. Spanish is the new cool was one of the taglines for it. Cool. So go read exposedurban.com. We've got an Urbano wine right here, Garnacha, right? I think.
It sounds.
Well, this was bottled in Oregon, but it's got some.
There you go, Oregon.
Spain, produce of Spain. There you go.
Yeah.
So anyway, Mark just went on an Urbano vacation to Aruba. And he's back. So.
I don't know how Urbano is. How Urbano is Aruba?
Not very. No. He's a wannabe Urbano.
When you're sitting in a pool and they're bringing up drinks to you in the pool bar, that's not quite so Urbano.
It's kind of Urbano, yeah. So, speaking of wine drinking, I was following you on Twitter recently, and
very interesting tweets.
You were at a wine event recently, a tasting.
I was.
And I know how fond you are of the Oregon Pinot Noirs.
I am.
You're a big fan, as you remember from her previous episode. So, what did you buy at this event?
So the tasting was at Salem Wine Imports, and they have tastings on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays are free. Thursdays you do have to pay, so it's $20 to do the tasting on Tuesdays. But they open pretty nice
better
bottles
wines,
of wine.
yeah.
Especially depending on how many people are there. The night that I was there with my friend Robin, who is actually sitting back here. So I'm going to reference to someone way over here because she was also there as well. And there were two other people there too. So because Robin is also an avid Pinot Noir drinker, she suggested it before I even got there. So I didn't even have to add in any input to have Pinot Noir be what was tasted.
Yeah.
So the two bottles were a Pinot Noir from Oregon and a Pinot Noir from France. And the owner of Salem Wine Imports, his name is Eric, and this is the first time I've been to one of those tastings, but super knowledgeable. He had these maps behind and is, pointing to all these, random regions of countries. So you hear a name and you're like, oh, that is where it is, when you look at the map. And we tasted the French one and the one.
Do you remember where the French one was from? What region?
Burgundy.
Burgundy.
Yeah, I'm not sure where. There was a lot of information on the label that I read through. And it's funny, it doesn't actually say Pinot Noir really anywhere on the bottle. It's just from him mentioning it.
That it's the same grape?
Yes, yes, exactly. So he went into the differences in the grapes and things like that. And from tasting the two, though I am, a fan of Oregon Pinots, I did opt to buy the one from France.
Would you have bought the one from Oregon?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But I was like, sort of had to make a decision based on the price.
And this was an expensive purchase for you, right?
It was, pushing the limit. It was $37. I know.
My limit's like 18, so 37. Jeez.
I know, but special.
That's right.
I have to start to build the wine cellar at some point, because right now it's like whatever comes in goes out. So I'm not actually, building anything. Right. So I feel like if it's a certain price, like I'll save it for a little while.
For a special occasion.
Yes.
Nice.
So the one from France was really good. It was a little bit lighter. It was fruitier. And you could really tell the difference between the two. But it was good. It was really, I would definitely suggest going to it. And I think the ones on Tuesdays are a little bit more accessible for people because it's a little bit more affordable. Sure. But he had some cheeses and olives and stuff from Milk and Honey, which is a local grocer that's right next door, and they have they source food from sustainable farms and some small producers. So it's great to have, kind of a local neighborhood environment in there.
Yeah. So this was Salem Wine Imports.
Salem Wine Imports.
And where are they located, did we say? They're
on Church Street. So if you know where the Lyceum is, the restaurant in Salem, it's right across the street, and Milk and Honey are right next to them.
Nice. Cool. And that store we mentioned earlier is, you can walk around Salem. It's such a walkable city. Yeah,
Two Girls Shop. Yep, you could walk from Salem Wine Imports to Two Girls Shop.
Yeah.
Over. You could get some clothes, some wine, some cheese. I don't know. Go and party.
Nice. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here. This was great. Take a look at some of Emily's content on exposedurban.com. If you click on the wine section on the left, you will find a lot of articles by Emily. And of course, episode 4, if you wanna take a look at, if this interested you, episode 4 would also interest you. So please take a look at that on YouTube. And that's it. Thank you very much. Follow us on Twitter, Exposed Urban, and sign up for our mailing list on our website, exposedurban.com. Thanks. See you next week.